Misha!
She's so excited about this.
She's so Misha.
So, listen up. I do believe what she's about to talk about is going to be right on the money, and it's going to be awesome. Lean in, encourage her. Misha, you ready?
Misha.
All right, get it.
Get it, girl.
Okay, so I don't like doing stuff like this.
Yes, you do.
We'll
love it.
We'll pretend. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight is something that I have to get taught over and over again. God has to continue to remind me, so you guys have to bear with me on that one. And that's on the importance of your words, which is kind of ironic because I hate this speaking in front of people. I'm always not speaking in front of people. I stutter and I lose my words and I mumble and everything. So I've never been super strong with words, so I avoid them as much as possible. You know, I'm quiet. I'm the one sitting in the corner. You don't hear me talk. That's me. So that's kind of just how I am naturally, and I found that our society has made it easier for me to avoid words because we kind of downplay the importance of them a little bit. We say things like, actions speak louder than words, which I get, if you wanted somebody to follow through, say that. But that totally downplays the importance of what you say, right?
Yeah.
Also, when you say things like, don't talk about it, be about it, or, your words are cheap, or, he didn't really mean it. Things like that. We downplay the importance of the words that we hear or the words that we say, right? Also, social media kind of ties into that a little bit. We all know, hide behind a keyboard, and people say a bunch of stuff that they think that they're never going to have to actually own up to. And it works. People say a lot, and we don't pay attention, or we just don't think that it matters.
Right.
So it cheapens words a lot. So it's easy for me to be like, hey, words don't really matter, so I'm just going to avoid them. However, they really do matter. And it says a lot in the Bible over and over and over again about how important words are. So if you've been in the church for a while, you've probably heard this before. This isn't brand new information, so again, just bear with me. I have to learn this, so you have to learn this. Sorry.
Get away.
So my first verse that basically taught me that words are really important is Matthew 12:34. It says, out of the overflow of the mouth, or the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yep. Right.
And Jesus said that, so you can take that with him, basically. So that it's kind of important. That shows me that there's a direct connection between the condition of my heart and the types of words that I use.
Yep.
So that's basically puts a little bit more weight in our words, right? Our words aren't cheap if they're representing our heart. They're representing what I'm going through, what I'm learning. So yeah, that puts a little bit more weight on it. Later in that chapter, Jesus also says that we will be held accountable for our words, and that our words will either acquit us or condemn us. So we need to keep account of our words because eventually they're going to condemn us or acquit us. So they're kind of important. Again, much more weight on what we say and how we say it and who we say it to. So
Right.
Yeah, that's the other thing. But I think words are kind of cool, right? We can create pictures in people's minds when we talk to them, right? I can describe something and you can see it in your mind. Words are awesome. Communication is blows my mind. The fact that I can string together a bunch of verbal nonsense if you understand it. Isn't that cool? Or just mumble a bunch of random things or write down a bunch of random symbols and you understand an idea. I can put ideas and stories and emotions in your head just by my words.
Yep.
So that's also quite impressive when you think about it. Just by our words, we can create something beautiful in somebody else's mind, or something potentially harmful in your mind, right?
Right.
Also, words have a really long-term effect. They're not an instantaneous thing like we think they are. We think that we can say them and then they kind of blow away. Or, like I said, they just don't matter. Words are cheap, whatever. But words can affect us. Words can get into us and into our brains and really mess us up. And I've actually had times when people say something and it was a passing comment, and it totally embarrassed me and created an insecurity and followed me for years. And it was totally, absolutely passing comment. I'd ask them about them later, or mention it to them later, and they were like, yeah, I don't remember that. So that's scary. That words can have that much effect on a person, I'm sure you've all kind of experienced that before. Again, not a new topic. But words can also bring life, And that's like hashtag speak life. Where's hashtag speak life, right? That was like a huge thing that our church talked about for like a long time. And the importance of being a positive influence and striving to inspire people with your words rather than haunt them with your negativity, you know? And we see this every day. You're like listening to a pastor speak, or hear a poem that you like, or a song that makes you feel something. There are certain lines, certain words that people use that will inspire you and push you forward. And sometimes you'll find that when a pastor's speaking, like they'll make their big point, right? And you're like, oh, that's good. But then there's that little thing that they say that was meant for you. Like that one word that they say, or like maybe even they didn't even mean to say it, they didn't even plan to say it, but they say it, and the Holy Spirit's like, gotcha. Like that's you. So you see that all the time. That we see that all the time that the Holy Spirit can work and inspire us through words of other people. So yeah, words are kind of important. So I'm like, okay, we need to figure out how to control these things, tame them, if you will. And so James chapter 3, it's all about taming of the tongue. It's a scary chapter, guys. It's terrifying because it really shows you the importance of your words. It just compares your tongue and your words to the rudder of a ship, basically. So basically, this big, giant, monstrous ship that's whatever, taking over the seas on here. But if a rudder moves this way, it swerves, right? It moves. And so that just shows how important it is that your words can affect the direction of your life. Your words can affect where you're going. So that's scary, right? Another kind of imagery that they use in James chapter 3 is that your tongue is set by the fires of hell, and it's a spark that burns down forests, basically. Like, that's dangerous. So your words are dangerous. They have more like weight on your words. So it's really scary. The other thing that it says in James chapter 3 is basically that no man has ever tamed a tongue. That's encouraging. Thanks. It says that like men have tamed beasts and creatures and all of creation, but not the tongue. No, you can't do it. So I'm like, that's cool. Let's recap. So our words are important. They have a lasting effect on us. We will be held accountable for them, and we can't control them. That's cool. That's fun. So it's a little intimidating for me, again, to just be like, okay, I'm just not going to use words. I'm just going to hide from words as much as possible. But that always brings me back the verse that is the big one, and it is in Matthew 10, Matthew chapter 10, verse 19 and 20. And it's when Jesus is sending out his disciples. And he's talking about when you get arrested and you get persecuted, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what you're going to say, because it's not going to be you speaking, it's going to be the Holy Spirit speaking through you. So that is the only encouragement that I have when it's dealing with words and dealing with things that like are so heavy and so important, these words that God has given us. We don't really have to worry about it, because the Holy Spirit is going to be speaking through us. And as long as we give it up to Him, as long as we give Him the free reign in our hearts and in our words, then He's gonna work. You're gonna see the Holy Spirit touching lives through you, and it's gonna be insane. So that's again the only encouragement that I get from it. So if you guys get anything from that, or this, I guess, I hope it's